Here we are with part 2, which starts on page 44. Pickles said to himself, I must keep on learning everything I can. So he learned to jump up on one of the big trucks. He learned to sit up straight on the seat while the truck raced to a fire. What a wonderful cat you are, said the fireman. The chief did not say anything. Pickles said to himself, now I must learn to help the firemen with their work. At the next fire, he jumped down from the truck. He ran to the big hose and he put his paws around it and he tried to help a fireman shoot the water at the flames. What a wonderful cat you are, said the fireman. The chief did not say anything. The next day, the chief called all the firemen to his desk. Then he called for Pickles. Pickles did not know what was going to happen. He said to himself, maybe the chief does not like the way I work. Maybe he wants to send me back to my old yard. But Pickles went to the chief. At the chief's desk stood all the firemen and Mrs. Goodkind. The chief said to Pickles, I have asked Mrs. Goodkind to come because she was your first friend. Pickles, jump up on my desk. I have something to say to you. Pickles jumped up on the desk. He looked at the chief. Out of the desk, the chief took a little fire hat. Pickles, said the chief, I have watched you at your work. You have worked hard. The time has come for you to know that you are now our fire cat. And with these words, the chief put the little hat on Pickles' head. The old tree. Pickles made friends with all the firemen, but he did not make friends with any cats. When cats came to the firehouse to look at the trucks, Pickles chased them away. The chief called Pickles to him and said, a fire cat must be kind to everyone. You must be good to the other cats. Little by little, Pickles learned to be good to the cats that he met. He made friends with them, too. Then all the cats loved to come to the firehouse. On rainy days, most cats stayed at home, and Pickles sat upstairs with the firemen. One rainy day, as he sat there, he thought to himself, how bad I was when I chased the other cats. Once I chased a little cat up a tree. Oh me, oh my, why did I do that? Suddenly, Pickles heard the chief call out, Cat in a tree! Fireman Joe and two other men slid down the pole. Pickles slid down after them. He heard the chief say, the tree is in the old yard next to Mrs. Goodkind's house. Oh, thought Pickles, that's the yard where I lived, and that's the tree. Pickles jumped up on the truck with the three firemen. Away they rode to the yard, and there in the wind and the rain stood Mrs. Goodkind, pointing to a very little cat. The firemen put a ladder against the tree. The ladder scared the little cat, and she ran high into a branch where a fireman could not go. Joe said to Mrs. Goodkind, I don't know what to do. But Pickles knew. He began to climb the ladder. Pickles climbed up and up and up. It was hard work. But at last, when he came to the top of the ladder, he climbed up the tree until he came to the little cat. Come, cat, he said. Let me help you. He picked her up and took her gently down to Mrs. Goodkind. Mrs. Goodkind thanked Pickles. Then she said to him, I always knew that some day you would do big things. Today you have done something very big. Pickles waved a paw at her as if to say, Mrs. Goodkind, this is only the beginning. And he rode home to the firehouse, a proud and happy cat. The end. Well, I hope you like this story about Pickles, who ended up being a really good cat. Bye-bye.